Hey, everybody, welcome to another edition of NasCard Radio. This is episode 216 of NasCard Radio, where trading cards and racing meet. I'm your pal Val. With me is the man, the myth, the legend, PSA and White Castle Hall of Famer, Logan. How are you tonight?
I feel down in the dumps, man. NASCAR season is over.
Yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like a big letdown or whatever. The season's over and I don't know. It was good, but I don't know. I expected something bigger and better. And eh,
Yeah. So do you want to change the playoff system?
we'll talk about that. I don't necessarily do, but I might be. I'm sure I'm in the minority because I don't know. But anyway, so want to thank our sponsor, Panini America. And we got a great show for everybody today. We're going to do racing recap. Like I said, NASCAR, the Truck Series, Xfinity, Cup. All the champions have been crowned. And then with that, we will check in on the on demand cards and see if there's any updates there. Logan wants to talk about the Racing Card Hall of Fame. It is that time of year to start winding that up. And then we'll finish the show with King's Court.
Blockbuster show, man.
Yeah. And they're all good. They're all fun. Let's see. We thanked our sponsor. Oh, welcome new Rumble subscriber MFan47. Welcome aboard.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, in for a good ride. And then our shout outs to Scott Boys, Used to Be Fast, Dylan311, Kyle Cat, Skid Marks, and Jason Freeman for the YouTube and Rumble comments. We read them, so please leave them.
Indeed.
Yeah. Enjoy reading those and responding. So, why do I feel like there's something else we need to talk about?
I don't know.
All right, let's get into it with the racing recap. So over in the Craftsman Truck Series, we had race number 23. It was the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Championship Friday, November 8th at Phoenix Raceway. When it was all said and done, Ty Majeski was our winner. Highest finisher rookie was Lane Riggs at position 10. And Ty Majeski wins the championship with that win.
Yeah, he did great. And I'm fully expecting Lane Riggs to contend for the championship next year.
Yeah, he was our rookie of the year.
Congrats to him.
Yes. And Ty Majeski, that was his first Cup championship. Sorry, Craftsman Truck Series championship.
Close.
I got to get on my my exact verbiage right. So Ty Majeski, we covered him last week when we covered all 4 of our championship contenders and his cards. 2017 Panini Absolute. There's the Tools of the Trade signatures. 2017 Panini Select signatures. 27 Panini Torque track size signatures. So you got included in a lot of stuff. One thing I did realize is he does not have a lot of cards. His last cards were in 2021.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So, because I was gonna do the, when I like to do the championship and their trading card, kind of declare the winner. And I looked and he has no 2024, so I went out to trading card database. If you're not familiar with that, that's a great resource. So you can sort by name and by your sport. And so I put in my variables and hit go. And yeah, 2021 was the last time. So
Wow.
he does not have him on their contract or producing cards for him. So
Yeah, that's shoot. If I had the opportunity to be on a trading card, I would be like, yes, sign me up every year.
yeah. All right. So the Panini can get you on a card.
Yes, they did. They need to get us. They need to have a NASCAR radio Panini instant cards.
Yes, special insert cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then our highest finishing rookie and rookie of the year, Mr. Lane Riggs. We used to talk about his 2005 Press Pass snapshots card with him on his dad's shoulders back in 2005. But in 2024, he has a rated rookie in 2024 Dunruss and the different parallels. He's in the optic in 2024 Dunruss, optic signatures. And then with the new release of 2024 Panini Select, he has 3 cards in that. That's a 300 card set, and he has 3 cards in there and different parallels and sensational sensations and signatures. So
Yep, one of ones and everything.
yes, sir. All right, let me clean this up a little bit here. All right, and then we'll see. Next race number 1 is going to be fresh from Florida 250 Daytona International Speedway, Friday, February 14th at 7:30 p.m. So got a little bit.
It'll be here before you know it.
Yeah, it will be. So we got a big off season here, and so if you remember, it was Ty Majeski, Christian Eckes, Corey Heim, and Grant Enfinger, and Ty Majeski won the race and won the championship.
He did
Move up.
good.
Yeah, yeah. I think I had written down that in the last 7 races, he won 3 of those.
Wow. He
He only
got
had
hot at the right time.
right, exactly. So he only had 3 wins of the season that happened to be in the last 7 of the season. Which you talk about getting hot instead of winning them, 3 in the first 7. Especially the way the format is, you win and you keep on advancing at the right times. So anyway,
Yeah.
so let's go to
I'm
the
proud for him. That's good. Yeah.
yeah. Well, that's an example there. So moving over to the Xfinity series, that was race number 33 for them, and that was the Xfinity Series Championship Saturday, November 9th, also at Phoenix Raceway. Riley Herbst was our race winner. Highest finished rookie was Jesse Love at position 6, and our highest finishing championship contender was Justin Allgaier at position 2.
Yes. Justin Allgaier continually kept shooting himself in the foot during that race.
Yeah, I
It's
thought it
a
was a clinic
miracle
on what
he pulled it out.
I thought it was a clinic on what not to do.
Jeez, speeding and just, I mean, all the crazy stuff that he did.
Like spin the wheel of Murphy's Law of stuff, and I thought, oh man, he's you know with the penalty and everything else, they just kept on digging. He had some great moves there that last restart.
Oh, he
Uh,
did.
so he and everybody was so happy I get for him. Everybody stopped by, and I think it's been in 11 years or whatever. So
It's been a while. I'm thinking 7 years, but I may be wrong.
no, it could be. I'm pulling stuff here out of the air. Just what I remember from watching last weekend. So, but that was one of those drivers we both wanted to see win. So
It's the only one I got right.
I think me too. So, all right. So we have a few to cover for the race win. So let's go with our race winner. Poor Riley Herbst. He had the win, but everybody was fixated on Justin Allgaier. So it's kind of like I don't know what their good analogy is, but he's over on the side doing his burnouts, and then Allgaier is getting all the attention from the media and everything else. So
Yeah, because I saw there was like an interview with Allgaier or somebody, and you saw Riley Herbst out there, doing burnouts and stuff, and they weren't even showing that on the on the radio, focusing on him on the regular broadcast. He just happened to be in the background of.
exactly, he won the race. He led 160 laps. Allgaier only led 4 laps. So yeah, I noticed that too. He's in the background burning, doing burnouts, and they're talking to Allgaier. I mean, it was like I said, he had his girls there and his wife was there. It's just emotional, and he runs for Junior Motorsports, so that's another win for championship for them. So, but back to Riley Hurst, we'll give him at least a little love on the show. 2018 Dunrust, he's in the next in line in the Signature Series, as well as 2018 Panini certified next signatures. He does have a base card in 2018 Panini Victory Lane, card number 38 with the parallels and the printing plates. And then our highest finishing rookie, Jesse Love, who I believe was Rookie of the Year as well.
Yeah, he's become a weekly fixture for us.
Yeah, he's really been pouring it on. I think early in the season we were looking at maybe Shane Van Gisbergen possibly being our um, Rookie of the Year, or Haley Deegan, and neither one of those kind of came to fruition. Jesse Love's been doing pretty well. So 2021 Dunruss Signature Series, 2021 Panini Chronicles, in the Chronicles and the Chronicle autographs, in the Absolute Autographs Crusade, Obsidian, Select, Spectra. Also 2021 Panini Prism, a base card there. Signatures and signing sessions, and 2021 Panini National Treasures. Jesse Love has cards there.
Yes, he's got cards everywhere.
Yes, he does. And then our champion, Justin Allgaier, his first championship, 2009 Press Pass, card number 156 with different parallels, prospect pieces, autographs, Press Pass signings. The signings autographs. He's in the Press Pass 2009 Stealth, card number 39. Parallels, Wheels, 2009 Undiscovered Element, autographs there. That's the one that's got the number to 130, and then also 25 that have the 09 Arca Champs on them. 08 Arca Champs, and then the 2009 Wheels Main Event, autographs there. The printing plates, and also with the playing cards, blue and red, 4 diamonds for him.
I'm proud for him. I mean, I was listening to Kelly Earnhardt. I can't remember what her last name, her
Miller?
married name is Miller. Yes, on Sirius XM NasCar radio, and she said she was more worried about, more happy for just Justin winning than anything else. She wanted that championship for him. He went out there and he got it.
Yeah, there were a lot of people said rooting for him. He'd been around the sport for a while, so congrats to him.
Yeah, I'm proud for him too. He did put on a clinic on how to come back from adversity several times.
That he did. That he did. So, and the next race for them, Xfinity United Rentals 300 Daytona International Speedway, Saturday, February 15th at 5 p.m. Eastern.
It's like less
And
than
so,
80 days.
and then also the final four was Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, AJ Allmendinger, and Cole Custer. And Justin Allgaier is our champion in 2024.
Was it Austin Hill that tried to dive bomb it in there like right at the end?
I think so.
I'm like, oh God, come on, man, don't be an idiot.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a massive pile
I
up,
did
but
too. I
it
said,
didn't
oh,
happen. So
luckily it didn't happen.
I think if I remember right, like two of the car, and I could be getting the Cup Series. Two of the cars came together, and it kind of, maybe it was the Cup. It slowed down the competitors, and they were able to drive away. But and moving over to the Cup Series, that was race number 36, and that was the NASCAR Cup Series Championship Sunday, November 10th at Phoenix Raceway. Joey Logano was our winner. Highest finish record was Carson Hocevar, position 18.
Rookie of the year.
Also Rookie of the Year, yes. And that was quite interesting, where those four champion contenders, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, and Tyler Reddick, where those four were like in the top seven. They were so close for so much of the race. It was almost anybody's race. And that's what I understand. Everybody's, complaining about the format. But when I looked at it, during the race, those four were, in the top six, top seven. So, I mean, how how close could you get it other than all four running 1 to 4? It wasn't like, Logano was up there at 1 and then everybody was like 20, 22, 24, 25 or whatever. They were all in the top 10.
Yeah, there's a lot of complaining, a lot of sour grapes right now. I've been listening on social media. I've been listening to, again, Sirius XM NasCar Radio. People calling in, complaining. We got to change the playoff system. It's just not right. And blah blah blah. And everybody's got all their little takes on how to change it and stuff. It's like you people are just pissed off because Joey Logano won the championship.
I think
it's the only reason. I mean, it is. I mean, that's why everybody wants to change it. Like I said, if William Byron had won, or if I think if anybody else had won out of the Final Four or the championship four, I think we wouldn't be having this discussion.
If Alex Bowman, his team would have taken care of business, he wouldn't have been there. Mm-hmm. But it's like, Allgaier, you give these guys an inch, they're going to take it.
Mm-hmm. My puppy girl came up here to see me.
I see that.
She's glad to see her daddy.
So I just wonder is that people just don't like Joey Logano for whatever reason, his personality, whatever, that they just it kind of reminds me of Jimmy Johnson when he was like dominating and he won the 5 in a row. They were, they changed the format, they changed all kinds of stuff. But I mean, the Paul Wolf is the Chad Knaus, of Penske.
Yes.
And Joey has no fear. And he was able to, pull it off. Again, it was really close. It wasn't like it was a total blowout.
No, it wasn't a total blowout. I think I actually heard somebody on Sirius XM say the reason they were mad about Joey winning the championship is because he never mailed out any silver packs.
Now I can get behind that. I can get behind that. Yeah. They got 10 in Facebook, 10 on Instagram, 10 on X. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, So I think that's why people are upset, because he didn't come through with what he promised he was going to
do. Maybe.
I have no problem. I went through the lost years of NASCAR with Jimmy Johnson winning 5 in a row. Okay. So, and I wasn't happy, but I didn't get on the radio and complain and go, blah, blah, blah. Jimmy Johnson he doesn't deserve it and all this stuff, So, you're just going to have to accept it, I think, and just move on. It is what it is. He's the champ, and that's not going to change.
And I guess maybe it's coming from the Larson fans, because Larson had won, I guess it was like 6, 7 races. And I understand that, but, you have to get hot at the right time and get some of these breaks. I don't know, can't remember if they said he was 13th or 15th and stuff in points or whatever and shouldn't be there, and, kind of doing for Larson. But, I was thinking about in hockey, I think it was 2 years ago, or was it last year, that like the Florida Panthers were like a really high or low seed or whatever. They had to play the best teams to get through the brackets, and they were beating them, and so they made it and won. And so again, you win and you're in, and like that's what Logano did.
It's exactly what he did. It's some people say that it's not the same as stick and ball sports, but to me, for the most part, it is pretty much the same. I mean, you get hot at the right time, and you're going to make it through. And if you underperform, you're not going to make it. And Kyle Larson shot himself in the foot more than once this past season. I mean, he had a lot of wins, but then he had a lot of DNFs too.
So I was going to go back to the like hockey, one of the other sports I follow. I think it was Boston Bruins. They won the President's Cup, most wins in the season, and the Florida Panthers took them out, which, like I said, was like the 16 seed. So again, you know, kind of what have you done for me lately? You got to perform in the playoffs, and go
Yep.
back to Ty Majeski, um, and Logano. Like I said, he was out and then he was back in
Yeah.
thanks to Bowman's crew. And otherwise, if Bowman's crew does what they need to do, Joey's not there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So there's to me, there's nothing to complain about. It's the system we have. It's the system that everybody plays under, starting at Daytona. You know how it works. And Joey Logano and Penske played it the best this year.
Paul Wolf. And so Joey's 3-time champion, automatic Hall of Famer. And then Paul Wolf. So he's kind of he won with Kozlowski. I remember back in 2012, and then I think maybe he won another one. So
Yeah, I think he's won another one with Joey.
Joey, yeah, because I know they moved him around. I don't know who else he was with, but Paul Wolf, I heard that name a few times. So
Yeah, so I'm proud for him. I mean, you don't have to like it, but it is what it is. And I hope NASCAR doesn't, you know, cater to all the fans that are complaining right now and make changes. They need to leave it exactly the way it is, and everybody play under the same rules and the same system. It's just the way it is. Sorry.
yeah. So we talked about Joey's cards the other week, and so 2008 press pass signings, press pass legends autographs. He does have a 2008 press pass VIP 0 that was inserted into packs, and then a 2008 Wheels American Thunder campaign trail insert, delegates insert, and trackside treasury autographs with a few parallels of that card.
Well, you have to say that Press Pass got it right. Back
Yeah,
in the day, they were really touting him, and Mark Martin. I remember Mark Martin saying something, back when even before Joey Logano even got into, I think the Xfinity series or any of the lower series. He said, I think Mark Martin said something to the effect, and I know it's not exact, but anyway, Mark Martin said that he could come in and run with the Cup guys right now. Then he was that Mark Martin thought he was that good, and it's come to fruition, and he is that good.
yeah, 3 Cup championships. We know how hard it is to get a Cup champion. So
Yes, Denny.
exactly, exactly. So and our highest finishing rookie and rookie of the year, Carson Hocevar, 2022 Dunruss, card number 29, and the Parallels Signature Series. He has cards in Chronicles, Absolute, Clearly Donruss, and Spectra. 2022 Panini Prism, base card number 26 there. Sensational Signatures, and also in 2022 Panini National Treasures. He has card number 112, Rising Stars, and Rookie Signatures in National Treasures 2022.
Yeah. So congrats to Carson Hocevar as well, rookie of the year.
Yeah.
And by the way, for those of you who may or may not know, on the PSA set registry, there is a NASCAR Rookie of the Year set that you can collect. So it's pretty cool. And I sent in Carson Hocevar so they could add him in.
Okay. It's good to know. Next race is the Busch Light Clash at Bowman Gray Stadium, Sunday, February 2nd.
The Madhouse. That's really not too far for you to go. You could go there.
Yeah,
You could.
good.
I think it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and then Daytona 500 is February 16th. And then Formula One, they are off this coming week. Their next race is November 23rd, and that's going to be 1 a.m. Eastern. So basically, Saturday night, Sunday morning, 1 a.m. Las Vegas Grand Prix.
1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. That's going to be race number 22
What?
out of 24. That's what they did
Well,
last time. It starts at 11. It
I
was
guess they got to do that because of the script and all that, and they got to.
the heat, everything. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, I get that.
yeah. So they closed down the street. So we'll see if there's any manhole covers that get sucked up. Uh, Poor Carlos Sands last year.
Yeah, and of course, IndyCar has been done for many weeks now.
They have it. But finishing up with F1, Lando Norris is 62 points behind Max with 3 races to go.
He is not making it. He is not gonna make that deficit up on Max. Max, they're they were talking about maybe crowning Max in Las Vegas after the race, depending on how many points he gets. So he could very well wrap it up in Las Vegas.
Well, that'd be interesting. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. He's been on a tear here, winning in 21, 22, and 23. So this time flies. This will be his fourth straight championship if he can pull it off.
God, it seemed like just yesterday we were talking about all the controversy when he passed Lewis Hamilton to win the championship. So
And you blink, and
perfect.
this could be four in a row.
Amazing.
Amazing. And then IndyCar, like you said, is off right now for them. And let's see. Next on our list was an update on the on demand. Nothing with tops now F1, nothing with Parkside Pronto. And Panini Instant is interesting because we didn't get anything from Martinsville yet for Blaney. And then I believe we're supposed to get a 4 card set for the Championship 4. We have not gotten that yet. And then, of course, we have not had anything for Joey Logano. And I'm assuming we're going to get something from Truex for his retirement.
Yeah, from what I understand, they're having some imaging licensing issues getting some of the images accepted by the teams. I think.
So I think this was, I don't know, was card 11 maybe? Let me go look here real quick. So yeah, so that was 11, and then if my calculations are correct, when this baby hits 88 miles an hour, no, when if my calculations are correct, we're gonna get Blaney 4 for the championship 4. We're gonna get a Logano and a Truex. So there's 11 now. We're gonna get 7 in 1 week or 2 weeks or whatever they do when they come. So it's gonna be a big log jam.
Well, I think they're going to have to change the name from Panini Instant to probably like Panini Second Day Air.
Panini sometime. So
Yeah.
it's I'll give them an excuse, but I know it's a little harder to pull off. But
Well, the
I,
NASCAR there, it's not like you have this umbrella license like you do for some of these other sports. NASCAR, you got to get the sponsors, the team, and the driver, and all of these things. Everybody, they all have to come together, and they have to say, "Yeah, we like that image, and you can use it. Go ahead."
well, I
So,
think it's a real big ask to try to get people excited for the Panini inset for these last cards. I mean, the season's over. They've already cleaned out the the stadium and everything else, and then people to go back and buy these cars. Of course, how popular Joey Logano is, we'll see. But I think if these print runs are going to be really small.
yeah, I hate to say that, but I think you're exactly right.
So all we want is success for and high print runs for these, but I don't know. We'll see. So when we find out about them, we will let everybody know. But like I said, I'm expecting 7 cards and still nothing yet. We're recording Wednesday night here. I've been refreshing like 2 or 3 times a day since the end of the race to see if they've Eating put out previews and there's nothing yet. So
Well, I did hear this. They're going to have some Easter egg cards or some low print SP cards. They're going to have Caitlin Clark somewhere photoshopped into the crowd in the background.
what are you talking about, Willis? Give them some ideas. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they need to do. Have some Caitlin Clark SP cards photoshopped in there, and it's 1 in 100 or something. But they won't even print 100. So, but I mean, if they do that, people would go nuts.
They sure would, especially if they figure it out. But all right, that's all I have for the print on demand. So really, no update, but there's an update.
There you go.
All right. The big news is the Racing Card Hall of Fame. It's that time of year. It's a long process. It's not anything that's quick. So I'll turn it over to you to start the process for 2025.
Okay, so we're going to start the nomination process this year for the second class of the Racing Card Hall of Fame. Last year we inducted 10 cards. We're going to induct 10 cards this year. The way it worked last year is we had a list of 40 cards. We had 10 get in. Then we took the lowest 10 that got the lowest amount of votes, took them out, kept the middle 20, and they're going to be in already automatically for nomination for the Racing Card Hall of Fame this year. So we're going to be looking to add 20 cards basically in this next nomination phase. So it's going to start Friday. We've been doing some testing, making sure that the form works okay. So I'm going to clear it out tomorrow night, and it'll be live Friday where you guys can go in and nominate your favorite cards. You want to show the graphic real quick? So we've got a QR code, and we've also got the URL. It's HTTPS. I shouldn't probably be saying that, but anyway, it's /bit.ly/2025 RCHOF cards. So you can either do the QR code that's on the screen, and we're going to be posting it on social media as well, or you can just type in the URL and go to the nomination form. You can nominate up to 10 cards. The password is RCHOF, all caps.
If you look at the graphic on the neck of the trophy, it says password RCHOF, all uppercase. And I have another graphic again, and that QR code does work. I just checked it. And so that will bring you to what you kind of see in the middle. And you'll have an email, and that's where you put, and your password, and that's where you put that in.
Exactly. And then it'll take you to the second screen where you type in the card or cards. And you can nominate up to 10. You don't have to nominate 10, but you can. You can nominate 2 if you want. I mean, you don't have to fill out the whole form. So, and there is a format. When you go into the form, you'll see that it's going to list all of the inductees from last year. Plus, it's going to have the 20 cards that are already going to be on the list for voting for this year. So you have a reference where you can see, oh, okay, that card's already in there. So that way you won't duplicate something that's already in there.
That's fantastic.
So we're excited. It's going to run through December 4th. So it'll start Friday. Which Friday was that? The 15th through December 4th. So about a little less than 3 weeks. So that should be plenty of time to get your nominations in. Then once we get all the nominations, it's going to be the same process as last year. We have a committee of 5 people that will, and I'm not in that committee, that will be helping tabulate and do graphics and all the things that need to be done for the Racing Card Hall of Fame. But it's going to be exciting. I can't wait. I can't wait to see some of the cards that people nominate this year.
And how many times can you enter?
Well, we'd like for you to enter once, but if you enter more than once with a different email, we're not going to know. So,
stuff the ballot box for your whatever favorite card.
Yeah, we have no voter ID for this, so so it could be the Wild West if you want it to be, but
All
we're
right.
going to take everybody at face value and on their own, you know, honor, to do this. But like I said, if you do it more than once, we're not going to know. So
Okay. And so here's another the graphic. The web address is at the top. There's a QR code, and the password is in the middle on the neck of the trophy.
yeah, we'll be posting this on social media. We'll start doing it Friday when this episode drops. Like I said, I'm going to clear out all the test data tomorrow night, and it'll be live and ready to go. So we're looking forward to everybody nominating their favorite cards. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, looking forward to that second year.
Yeah, year number 2. It's hard to believe. And last year was a great year. We had a lot of great cards. We had a lot of great cards nominated that didn't make it. That I'm hoping some of them make it this year. So again, it's fun. We kind of ripped off the baseball card Hall of Fame, and then they started doing other ones like the football card, and I think they did a basketball card. And before somebody else did the racing card Hall of Fame, we figured, what the heck, we might as well go ahead since we have we have the platform to do it. We decided to go ahead and do it ourselves. So
Well, we are the world's number one longest running
we're number
NASCAR
one.
racing card, trading card, web webcast, podcast, video show. So it's only right that we do it.
I need to get my Richard Petty STP foam number one
There you go.
finger, and I'll have that for next time because it's somewhere around here. I think I got to find it.
I think it's on aisle E.
Yeah, yeah, buy the frozen foods and stuff. Yeah.
Well, as much stuff as you got, I'm sure you got a catalog. So, but that's all I got. So, if you're ready for King's Court, if you got some other stuff you want to talk about, oh, I know what we want to talk about. The passing of a legend. It was really sad.
Yes, very sad. Bobby
The,
Allison passed away. We had noticed that he has been in declining health because when we saw him when I saw him at the NASCAR Hall of Fame this year, he was in a wheelchair. He looked kind of like he lost some weight. Um, so I hate this. It's really sad. It seems like more and more of my youth and childhood die and go away every day now. And it happens more frequently. But we're going to miss him a lot. He was always a super person to talk to. I can't tell you how many times I've met him in real life. And every time I've met that man, he was so cordial. He was, just the nicest person you ever want to meet. I mean, I remember one time he came to Memphis when we used to have the bush races at the motorsports park. He came to Memphis a couple times. And one day he was out in blazing heat. His daughter was with him, and he was signing autographs. And I stood there and I just talked to him. And because nobody was there, it was weird, and every once in a while somebody would come up and get his autograph. And he's just the nicest down to earth man. And for somebody who's had so much tragedy in his life, losing Davey and losing Clifford and all those things that have happened to him, then of course he had his wreck at Pocono. When Giacomo, I guess a lot of people don't know who that guy is, T-boned him. And of course he lost. He thought he was paying for his insurance with Lloyd's of London, and the person that was supposed to be making the payments was stealing the money. He had no insurance whatsoever, and his bills were in the I don't know if it was hundreds of thousands or maybe even to the millions. I don't know, but he persevered, and he's a cup champion. Was 83 cup champion, and now he's got 85 wins. It's official. They can't take that back. If they take that back, there'll be a big uproar. So we're gonna miss him. So what do you got to say?
all I can say is that I met him a few times at the Hall of Fame. Nicest guy. One of the best ones was they were putting his Coke car on the Glory Road, and he had come for that. But fantastic. There's no way they can take his 85 wins. I'm just really so happy he got to see that.
Hmm.
And kind I don't know, it's not the same, but I was thinking like with this Pete Rose and G- uh, Bart Giamatti passing away, who had banished them. There's no, no way they were going to undo that. There's with Bobby Allison passing away. There's no way they're getting taking that 85 away from him ever. So
No.
he and he deserved it. It had been. I'm so glad we were able to do that just a couple weeks ago. That 71 race was finally a winner was finally called for that race. So, after all that long, but yeah, just it hit me as well because fantastic guy to talk to. Was always great with fans. It's just like you said, it's just really sad, and the guys that we've seen, these legends, at least since I've been watching NASCAR, are now passing away. So really sad. Wanted to at least acknowledge him and in the iconic 1972 STP set, 83 Uno, and of course the 88 Max. So
Yeah. I'll tell you a really quick story. It's been years ago. I was down at Daytona, and I was at a Legends event there, and he was there, and I had this. I brought pictures and stuff for these guys to sign. Um, but anyway, I had this picture of him, and I think if I remember correctly, I think it was a picture of when he was in the Coke car. But anyway, he had this kind of sour look on his face, and I handed him the picture to sign it. And he goes, "I must have been eating persimmons or something that day when they took this picture." He signed it because he had this like he'd eaten something sour. He's like this, really weird look on his face. But it was funny how he said, "Yeah, I must have been eating persimmons that day." Persimmons, where did that? That just goes to show you how he is. But
yeah,
yeah, we're gonna miss him. And he never said he's like Richard Petty. He never said no. I can't sign any autographs, nothing like that. He always, if you came up to him and you had something for him to sign, he was very gracious and he would sign it and say thank you. And of course, we always said thank you to him. But we're gonna miss him. We're really gonna miss him. Sad.
all right. I guess anything else? Nothing else I can think of. If you want to do before we go to King's Court.
No, no. I guess it's time to go to King's Court.
Okay.
Do it. All right. This week's King's Court. Um, there were so many good cards this week. I just couldn't. There were so many. I just couldn't omit some of them. I just had to do an extra honorable mention this week. So we've got 3 honorable mentions. This is honorable mention number 1.
I'm gonna have
This
to
is
throw an honorable mention in there.
Yeah, it's something that Val had found that I didn't see. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yep.
But this is on the 10th of November. It says HTF, hard to find, true. STP Benny Parsons, 1972. This card went out for bidding and it ended at $227.50 for this card. And it's not in the best of shape.
It is not, and it is hard to find.
It is hard. It's very hard to find. I totally agree. It's very hard to find.
And if anybody ever finds one of these autographs, let me know.
Yes, because that's one of the few you need.
That is one of the ones I need autographed. Yes, sir. So, but the price wise, I guess it's in the right ballpark. It is.
Yeah.
It's right there up with Bobby Allison is one of the tougher ones was for me to find, and I don't know if I've seen any in high grade. There's only a few graded.
Yeah, I would say after the both of the Lorenzens and then the Allison, this may be maybe the next toughest one. But it's a cool card. I mean, you can never go wrong with 72 STPs ever.
Totally agree.
All right. So honorable mention number 2. This was on the 9th of November. 1987 World of Outlaws number 52, Jeff Gordon rookie card. PSA 10 Gem Mint pre-NASCAR. Well, it's not pre-NASCAR. It's just not NASCAR. Or I guess maybe pre-NASCAR is meaning before he got into NASCAR, I guess. But anyway, they were asking $299 for this card. Somebody went click and they bought it for $299.
All right.
Gosh, remember during the pandemic, this was like $1,000 card.
I was gonna say around 500. I was just looking at his eyebrows were thicker than that mustache. So,
He almost had a unibrow going on there.
but again, I think he's like 16 in this picture here. So
Yeah, that's
he was
hard to
born.
believe. That's 37 years ago? Holy smokes.
He's born in 71, and this is an 88. So, I mean 87. Yeah. So,
Yeah, so he's like 16 years old. He's just a very, very young Jeffy Poo. And I emphasize the poo.
yeah. So, but yeah, no, that's I guess a pretty good price on, it's one of his first cards
Yeah, it's
or
not bad.
the
I think
first
that's
card.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool card. I have one copy in a 10, so I'm just happy to have that.
I think I have a Beckett 9.5 or something.
Cool.
All right.
All right, honorable mention number 3. This is on the 10th of November. Gordon, Johnson, Martin, Earnhardt Jr. Oh my. Classic compilations prime swatch. It doesn't even mention what it is. It doesn't even mention press pass or anything like that, or was that 5-star?
Yeah, it's 5-star.
They didn't mention any of that. But anyway, this card went out for bidding, and it ended at $1,225 and just one penny with 26 bids.
Wow.
Yeah, but I do have a small issue with that. Those dang stickers they put on there. Look what they're doing to the autograph.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that
not cool.
was like 2010.
Yeah,
No, 2011,
yeah, I think
right?
somewhere. Yes,
Somewhere in there. Because long story short, but yeah, I think it's close to that. So this is one of the oldest examples we have of those stickers being applied to the cards that I know of.
yeah, that makes me sad to see that happen to those cards. But it's still a great card. But dang, but of course, it's all Hendrick at that time. That's when Mark Martin was. That was during his Hendrick years.
Right, and the embroidery is nice.
Oh yeah, all those swatches are nice. Mark Martin's got part of that GoDaddy logo, and Junior's got the Goodyear. Not sure what Jimmy and Jeffy Poo have there, but it's a nice card. It really is.
I was trying to get over to the right hand side of that Dale Jr. because it's kind of bleeding too
It is.
underneath that.
It is. I noticed that when I was looking at it.
Huh. But amazing card. And that's a booklet that will fold over on itself.
Yeah, and they actually do make magnetics for those, believe it or not.
Yeah. All right.
All right,
So
that's
now,
really cool.
so is it time for the other one that I have? The other
Yeah,
mention?
Yeah, show the other honorable mention.
All
There
right.
you go.
And this just happened to be, I guess, at the right time. This 2010 Bobby Allison Legends Inscriptions, numbered out of 25, underscoring the 85 wins. So for all this time, he was credited with 84 wins. But back in 2010, he put some of these 85 wins out there.
He's always insisted and argued that he had 85 wins.
And he was right.
And he was finally proven right. Thank you, NASCAR.
Yeah, so that was 66 bids for $1,000.
Yeah, that was on the 11th. That's amazing to me. It's number 3 of 25. Wow.
Yeah, 3
And I don't know why
No.
my search didn't pick that card up. That's strange. I'll have to dig into that and figure out why I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. So, all right.
So next up is our Joker of the Week. This is on the 9th of November. 1988 Max, number 30, Bobby Allison autographed rookie cards. There's 19 cards there. And they were asking $319.99 for all of these cards, and somebody went click and bought them all. That just goes
Yeah.
to show you what a signer Bobby Allison was. But
Oh yeah, he was a good signer.
but I realize that Bobby Allison has passed, and I know that there are people that probably don't have some things that they wanted, but a lot of people are paying some prices. I think that they really should just like wait on, honestly.
That's where I was going to go. Have a little bit of patience, and this stuff will come back down. The 85 wins and some of this other stuff will come back. So come back down,
Exactly.
in my opinion. So
Well, and the only other thing, and I get it, you know, some people's ethics are different than others. To me personally, I I would not try to list and make money off of somebody that's passed. That's just how I roll. I just don't think it's right, but other people are okay with it. And eBay, they definitely don't care. Um, but you know, if you feel like that's what you got to do, I guess that's what you got to do. But me personally, I wouldn't do it. It's just not the way I roll. But and that's the reason I've got this as the Joker. It's just because it's like 19 of them.
right.
But but you can see he signed them differently. He signed them in different places, all that. But like I said, he was a pretty prolific signer.
Most of the time he signs, over there by his hat. I think I've seen a lot more of those than other places. So
well, another story just came to my mind. The very first time that I remember ever, signing these high gloss cards, it was Bobby Allison, and I went to where was I at? I'm trying to remember. It may have been here in Memphis when he was at the Motorsports Park. But anyway, uh, I had some high gloss cards of his. He had an eraser with him, and he ran the eraser over it to knock the gloss off, and then signed it.
he knew.
He knew. He was prepared. So yeah, those are cool cards though. You can't go wrong with 88 max signed autograph cards of any kind. I think those are the best ones to get autographed by far.
Totally agree. That's going to be iconic set to have autographs
Exactly.
on.
Oh yeah.
All right.
All right. So next up is our Jack of the Week. Believe it or not, this is on the 11th of November, 2010 Panini Prime Haley Deegan Toyota patch 1 of 1. And this card, this was I think a Propstein auction, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But anyway, it ended at $406 with 34 bids.
Wow.
So her cards are kind of strong, but I will say this: Propstein had a lot of Haley cards in his most recent auction. They all ended, I think, on the 11th. So I don't know if somebody was just trying to dump and get out while they could, or what the deal was there. But that's a heck of a patch right there with Toyota.
That's a sweet patch.
It is.
All
So
embroidered.
looks like the Haley market is still pretty strong.
Looks that way.
Yeah. All right. So next up, this is going to be a picture. It's our Queen of the Week. This is the only one that was kind of weird, but as far as trying to get it off of eBay. But anyway, this is our Queen of the Week. This is also on the 11th of November. It's a 2021 Panini Prism Racing, and I think it's Natalie Decker rookie card spotlight auto gold vinyl 1 of 1. And this card, it's another Propstein auction, and this card went out for bidding too. It was $748.88 with 24 bids. It's not even graded. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything to add on that. I just think that this is maybe about $500 too much. I don't know.
It's definitely more than I think it's worth. But there are some people that are staunch, Natalie Decker collectors. Maybe it was Natalie Decker herself. Who knows?
Maybe. I don't know when she's gonna come back. So
Yeah, because she's having a baby, right?
yeah,
But yeah, I'm not going to tell anybody how to collect. Everybody collects differently. Me personally, I would take that money and I would be buying Dale Earnhardt Sr. autographs. But that's just me.
Well, one thing I will say, it is a nice looking card. If because of the gold,
Yeah.
the black, on the top and the bottom with the red, that red.
Yeah.
And the red in that, I don't want to call it piping, side piping. It's a good looking card.
Oh, there's no doubt. I totally agree. It's a great card. I'm not trying to poo-poo on the card at all. Um, I just think the price is a little high, honestly.
I would go with that. Yeah. But again, it could have been somebody they wanted it really bad, and it could have been they could have the reason. So it could be a massive. Now the collector could be her husband. I don't know. Could be uh, whatever. But
Well, people do crazy things for cards. I mean, like drive 10 hours across the state of Tennessee to go pick up cards and stuff. So I get it.
well, yeah, to go find a rare card and this is definitely a rare because it's 101 gold vinyl. So
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, cool card, man. Congrats to whoever got it. I'm sure it's going to be like the centerpiece of your collection. So that's cool.
yeah, and the seller.
Yeah, and definitely the seller for sure.
All right.
All right. So next up is our King of the Week. This was on the 10th of November. It's Dale Earnhardt Gold Autograph, 1997 Press Pass Precious Metal Sheet Metal Buyback. Yeah, these are the ones that they autographed. A lot of people don't know that there are autographed versions of these cards that are factory autos from Press Pass. And this is one of them. And this is an amazing card. And of course, you see who it is. It's our buddy Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Who sold it. And I think I've actually seen this card in real life. But anyway, this card, see, let me look about. Oh yeah, they were asking $2,300 for this card, and they accepted a best offer of $1,700.
Wow.
Yeah,
It's a nice precious metal piece with the 3 color there and a gold auto.
mm-hmm. And that's a factory auto. That's a buyback, and they had them autographed. Press Pass did. So those are super rare. I mean, they're ultra rare. You just don't see them. You don't find them. I can see why. In fact, I actually think $1,700 may be cheap.
Yeah, I think in the scheme of things, it may be a little low, but again, there's only a few people looking for this card. It's a beautiful card, and of course, the market is. We didn't really talk about it. I know we talked about it before the show, but market, I think, is in a funky state right now.
I would agree with that. There seems to be less collecting. There seems to be prices going down. There's a lot of strange things going on in the hobby right now. It's in a state of flux. It's really, really, really odd.
Yeah, but it's a really nice card and a rare card.
I agree. So congrats to Joe and congrats to the buyer. So that's a really cool card. I love it.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up, this is our Ace of the Week. This was on the 11th of November. Or was it? Am I right about it? Yeah, the Ace of the Week. Okay, my scrolling down here is kind of messed up on my screen. Okay, yeah. So this is on the 11th of November. It's a 2021 Panini National Treasures Haley Deegan Quad Patch Auto 1 of 1. And this is another Probstein auction. Usually I have a hard time finding the Queen of the Week because they go for like $150, $200. But this week there was a bunch of them, a whole bunch. I didn't have any trouble whatsoever. But yeah, this card ended at $410 with 38 bids.
It's got some nice sheet metal, I'm assuming.
I think it's sheet metal is what it looks like to me. And then, of course, it's an on-card auto. It's a 1 of 1. And you see it's got the little Panini seal in the mag holder. So it's straight from Panini. So that's a really nice card.
Very nice.
Yeah. So and I think that's about where her cards are right now. I don't really see that there's any decline much in her cards. We thought we might have seen it, but after this week, it's like I don't think so.
No.
But yeah, cool
Ah,
card, man. Congrats whoever got it. It's a nice
nice.
addition. All right. So next up, this is our Baccarat of the week. This was on the 8th of November. It's a 1968
Mira tutto sporti campionissimi regalo.
Graham Hill, number 122, PSA 5, Pop 1. They were asking $200 for this card, and they accepted an offer of $125. These cards are rare. I mean, very rare. You know, there's a Mario Andretti, AJ Foyt card that's really hard to find. It's I think it's his co-rookie or whatever of Mario. But you know, these cards are really tough, and of course they've got cards from other sports. There's an Eddie Merckx who's the GOAT cyclist, and you know I've got that card in that set. But the
Mira tutto sporti campionissimi regalo.
are tough.
It's a really nice looking card.
It is really
Or
nice. I
is it
love
a
the way they
sticker?
look.
Can't tell, but
It is.
which makes it even. I think it's a steal then,
I think it was a steal too.
because otherwise being off center. I mean, how many of these stickers are still around?
There's not many of them, and you know there's other, like I said, there's other sports, and I think Muhammad Ali's in here. There's some basketball players from that era in there that go for some pretty good money. So I think for this card or this sticker for $125, I think somebody got a steal.
Yeah, it's coming from Oregon. Yeah, I would agree with that. That's a nice looking card.
Yeah, and a PSA 5 is not bad.
Not for a 1968 sticker.
No, no. So cool. Yeah, I love it. I would love to have that in my collection, actually.
Same here.
All right. So, lastly, our Royal Flush of the Week. This is on the 10th of November. Check this out. Richard Petty, 2013 Press Pass 5-star on-card auto STP patch 1 of 1 booklet. That is one of the most awesome cards I have ever seen in my life.
When you bring this auction up, is this the first image you see? This should be the image that is in.
That should be the first image that you have right there. That one.
That should be the image you should see when you list a view or anything on eBay. I think
Yeah.
they did not do that right. How much did it sell for?
No.
I'm sorry, I disrupted you. How much did it sell for?
Well, they were asking $1,999.99 for this card. Guess what?
We got a clicker.
We got a click. Someone went click, and they bought it for
Two-
$1,999.99.
$2,000.
I think it's undervalued. I think it's probably worth more than that.
That's what I was thinking. Is that I think that image, because when I was looking at this, I did not. When I was loading these up, I did not really look at the images. Just kept on going and through it. And then when I finally got to here and I noticed, the third one down here was that's part of the STP. It's large. I am kind of on your side, or what you're suggesting is I think maybe this is maybe a $3,000 card or something. I mean, what's more iconic with Richard Petty than STP?
There's no more iconic card, from that era like that. I agree. I think the seller left money on the table.
Yeah, I would have led with that first. Wow.
But yeah, that's a beauty, man. That would be a great addition to my collection. But I just didn't have $1,999.99 to spend on a card.
Yeah, that is like Hall of Fame. That is just incredible. I don't know how you would. That's right up there with the 72 STP. I mean, but maybe even better than a 72 STP because it's got the patch and large patch. That's amazing. Beautiful.
Yeah, I love it. So if you're the buyer out there, we want to hear from you. We're proud of you and we love you. And I'm very, very envious of you.
That is a beaut, Clark.
It is.
Wow.
All right, that's it, man. That's all we got. Oh, look, I'm by myself. So I wonder what happened to Val. So, oh, he clicked himself out.
I did. I was on the wrong one. It happens after 200 and something shows.
I said bad things about you, so you'll just have to watch and see.
It's nothing different than any normal day.
So, a few hashtags. We're going to have the hashtag RCHOF for Racing Card Hall of Fame. Nominations start Friday, so get your cards ready for that. Hashtag Ty Freaking Gibbs. Hashtag It's So Shiny. And hashtag We Love Gold.
I knew you were going to do that after I had gone over to another. Hold on, almost there. Hold it. Hold the note. Okay.
There we go. I made it.
You're going to pass out because you're out of breath. I made you hold that. But yeah, and just real quick, the class of 2024 inductees, the 10, we had the 69 Mario Andretti, the 72 SDP Petty, Dale Earnhardt, 83 Uno, our 1987 World Outlaws, Jeff Gordon, who we saw today, King's Court, the 88 Max promo, 99, Richard Petty, 43, 88 Max, and 89 Dale Earnhardt. Number 3, the 92 Tracks, Richard Petty, Dale Earnhardt, A1. 96 Press Pass, Burning Rubber, Earnhardt. And the 2000 SP Authentic, Sign of Times, Dale Earnhardt. A beautiful card.
Yep, another 10 cards go in this year or this next coming year. So that's cool.
Yeah. So if you will, let me get it here. So if you will go to the use the QR code and you can nominate your favorite cards until December 4th. And then I guess then we'll be next stage after that. We'll be voting on the selection. So.
Yep. Voting will actually start probably the first week of January, and we'll have probably just about the whole month of January to vote. And then we'll compile the results and have it all ready before the Daytona. We'll have it ready on the episode before the Daytona 500 this next year.
Awesome. Man, it goes by quick, doesn't it?
It does, man. It seems like we just did this. Seriously.
Yeah. So that's all I have. And again, thanks for everybody for watching the show, listening on the podcast. Like, share the show. Really like the show. Subscribe. We'll give you your own special shout out. Leave some comments in the YouTube show. Let us know what you think and how you like the show. And looks like Bella's bashful there. So, yeah, I see that. So, but again, from me and Logan, thanks for watching and listening, and we will catch you next week right here.